Alright, kind of a short video today, and the main reason for that is that I attended a wedding yesterday and my voice is completely ruined as a result. So a 7-minute runtime is probably pushing it already. Hopefully we'll get back to normal video length sometime this week. Now in that first turn I actually faced Carve, going for the Turn 1 Tier 2 Saula. I can't remember if he managed to get a win with that or not. I guess it would have been posted in the Discord at the time. This recording is from back in July. I still have loads of random games that I recorded, as in random pack games, which I'm just kind of spreading out over time. And this one is going to involve Desert Rain Frog. So I think I'm going to greed for the... we keep the fish frozen, roll once to try and find a tier 2 for the baboon to buff, and it finds a Desert Rain Frog. For some reason here I tried to buy the fish even though I don't have any gold. Top play as always. So Desert Rain Frog, I think, is a unit that is pretty interesting. It is definitely broken in the current version of the game, but mercifully almost no one uses it, or at least no one abuses the Desert Rain Frog copying parrot technology anymore. I definitely have seen that in the past, but recently not so much. I thought it was on a changelog list way back that it was going to be adjusted to be like Stork, so it would transform into a pet from a faint pet from any pack instead of your current pack, but I think at time of recording it's still exactly the same. So you can basically control what the Desert Rain Frog transforms into. Now, the reason that's slightly different in a random pack, especially if you're playing a random, specifically a blind random pack, so that's what I'm doing here, that's what I always do. It means that you can actually get a preview of what some of the future pets in the pack are going to be. So if we get the Desert Rain Frog activating, if we give it the trumpets, then we can determine what's going to be in the shop on higher tiers. And kind of bypass some of the limitations of playing a blind random pack. Now in this particular game I don't think it actually comes into play, and I'm not sure what the odds are really of getting specific pets in a random pack, especially since the weekly algorithm, which I think is very similar to what is used for the pack randomizer, does have some restrictions. So there are certain pets that don't appear. So it would actually be nice to know, if you just played 20 random pack games, how many times would you get a specific pet? But actually, I think what's going to happen in this run is, although I wanted the level 3 Rain Frog, it's going to end up sticking at level 2. And we just saw the pet briefly in the shop there that the Desert Rain Frog is going to transform into once we actually finally get some trumpets on board. I guess if there are any newer people watching, I should explain that the Rain Frog transforms into a higher tier faint pet by spending, I think it's only 1 trumpet. So finally here on turn 9, we level into the Rock Hopper Penguin, which can generate trumpets, actually facing suboptimal here. It's always fun to go against people who have the fancy special hats. Pretty sure you can't get that hat unless you won some sort of a tournament. But now we get a level 2 Rain Frog, and it's now, I think, guaranteed to always turn into the same unit, because there's only 1 faint pet on the tier 4 in this pack. And we'll see it in a second. So the baboon is going to faint. The Rock Hopper jumps to the front, generates the trumpets. And now the Rain Frog is going to transform into the Blue-Footed Booby, the BFB, as I like to call it. Actually, that was Carve again as the opponent. And so now the Lynx has a permanent melon slice that has been generated by the Rain Frog. I think melon slice is probably what melon should have been. Like blocking 10 damage I think would be a lot fairer than blocking the 20 that we get from the current melon. But I guess at this point in the game's lifespan there are some things that are just immutable, and probably melon is one of them. Now here we face Yogru, and Generally, I would expect to lose in this situation, but I think the fact that we have decent scaling across the board, plus we've also got the melon slice, which I think actually blocked one of the snipes from the vulture there. And now we get the permanent melon slice onto the baboon as well. Albatross frozen to bring in and boost the lynx damage. I guess you could also play Albatross behind the Desert Rain Frog in the hopes of it transforming into, a unit, a faint pet from tier 4 that could get buffed. I'm not sure if there are any. Maybe Bush Viper. But I think you could definitely have kept it at level 1. You know, if you had Hoopoe Bird in the pack, for instance. Here's Yoguru again. Making it hard for me, I'm going to have to put the the Yoguru Vulture guy graphic in twice now. And we get another permanent melon slice from our opportunistic Desert Rain Frog combo. This time Yoguru ekes out the draw. But I think we're about to get a level up on the Rockhopper, which is a massive upgrade. And then, yeah, definitely take Judean Date and regular melon to complement the melon slices on the rest of the squad. Yeah, I'm not sure why I don't see too many people playing Desert Rain Frog. I still think it's very good. And you can definitely still set the pack up in such a way that it's basically guaranteed to give you good stuff. Actually, there you can see the one disadvantage of BFB. Much like other trumpet spenders, even if it can't use its ability, it will still spend the trumpets. So both the units already had Melon Slice, and it couldn't actually provide a new one, but it still spent the trumpets. This turn 14 opponent looks incredibly strong, setting up with Lioness and Jersey Devil, but actually the Melon Slice on the Lynx in the backline is going to clutch it out, and there is a random pack win with the Desert Rain Frog.